Hi guys, today we are going to see how easily we can move any WordPress website to a new host provider, or if you want to replicate it, for example, for reasons like backup, or maybe you want to do some updates and some other operations without affecting the site which is live. So like you want to have a replica as a staging site. So this would be the easiest way. Here is the site that I'm going to replicate or copy. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And I want to copy it here. As you can see, this site is perfectly blank, empty. It's got nothing on it. Okay. So let's get started. We'll go to the dashboard. So the plugin we need, it's called All-in-One WP Migration. All-in-One WP Migration. It's already installed here, but if it wasn't, you normally go to the regular plugins area, add new, and then you'll go there, search All-in-One WP. Here it is, and then you would install it normally. Okay, so now that it's installed and activated, of course, I'll go and say export. Okay, when you're exporting, it will only allow you, the free version will only allow you to export to a file, and that would be a file that you will save to your computer, and the maximum file size it allows will be 512 megabytes. So most small websites with few pages would not be bigger than that, but if for any reason your website is bigger than that, it will give you instructions to go and buy an extension, which is not very expensive, but that extension would allow you to export and import any size of file. So if your file is bigger, if it's like 1 GB for example, you'll be able to do that. Also here, look, we've got some advanced options. Maybe you don't want to export the spam comments. Maybe you don't want to export the older post revisions. Maybe you don't want to export the media. Of course, in most cases, if you're doing a replica, you want the media library. But the post revisions and the spam comments are not very important, so I'm going to leave them out. Okay. Also here, the find and replace would be a good option. Usually you leave it blank, but I just wanted to tell you what it's here for. Is because if you're moving your website and it's going to have a new domain or a new folder within the domain, which means your URL will change, this will be the perfect area where you will replace the URL. So as an example, let's say my current website was in /live, and the new website where I plan to host will be /new. So that would be something I want to do here if that was the case. Okay. Now that I've done my regular setup, I'm just going to say export to file, and I'll let it work for a little while. Of course, it will check everything. It will check my plugins and my media files and so on. This will take a little bit of time. It depends how big your site is and how many media files do you have, and if you have any videos and so on. So you might go make yourself a cup of coffee while this is running. Okay, now that you can see the export file is ready for you, I'll just go click on it, save it on my desktop, and you can call it whatever you want. New export. The important thing is, please do not change the file extension. It has to be WPress. Save it. Close. So now my website has been exported completely. Let me go back to the main site, the one I exported, just to remind ourselves what it looks like. So that's the one. I'll close this tab right now, This is my new website where I will import the file that I just exported now. So of course I need to have the same plugin installed, which is all-in-one WP migration. Now I'll go and import. Go to my desktop, so import from file. Here's my file, which is .wpress, and let it load. And that would also take a little bit of time, so it could be a good time for a stretch in the house or another cup of coffee if you like coffee that much. But you gotta give it some time to load. Okay, so once it has imported all the files, it will check the compatibility because it will also have to check all your plugins. And please do not get scared of this notification. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to import the file. So it's just telling you that everything you have on this specific website will be overwritten by what you have imported, which is what you want to do anyway. So I'm going to go on and click continue. Okay, it will take some time again based on the size of your site and your files. Okay, so it's all here now. One more thing to do is to do change the permalink settings. Okay, so here we are. We just need to change the permalink settings. We have to log in again because we've just imported our site. Okay, so we'll just go there and choose whichever one we like. Usually the default that the search engines like would be the post name. Just go there, save the changes, and that will be it. So my site should now be as good as new with all the content that I've imported, right? So instead of it being empty, it's now fully populated with the content in simple steps. Thank you, and I hope you benefited from this tutorial. See you again on another one.
Hang on, don't go away yet. Now that you've completed this video, I'm going to have to ask you to click on the like if you have enjoyed it, because everybody likes to be liked, you know? You can also subscribe. That way, you're going to get all of the cool YouTube stuff made by this guy right here. And finally, why not let all your friends know how great you thought this video was? You can share it with them or even use it in your blog. Thank you. Thank you very much. We see you soon.